Hey guys, and welcome back to the Gran Turismo 4 Żółteks only challenge. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, I highly recommend you watch those first. Anyways, I welcome you back to the world of Gran Turismo 4. Welcome back to Żółteks only challenge, a series that gets literally no views despite being completely original. Anyways, before we do anything, let's just get the International A license out of the way. The IA1 license in the Jaguar XJ220 was really easy actually, and so was IA2 in Rosie Miranto's Alfa Romeo. I wonder how many times I can say that a license test is easy without sounding like a broken record. And even though I hate Apricot Hill, IA4 was nothing challenging. While the one-lap guide run at El Capitan was really fun, which the same can't be said about many other license tests, and I somehow managed to earn silver. My performance in Try Not to Oversteer challenge wasn't the best, but definitely not the worst. Even though the Yellowbird is pain to drive in this game, IA7 was not a challenge, and neither was the IA8 license at Hong Kong. And then I thought it was a good idea to do the coffee break as well. And if you're wondering, yes, I've decided to torture myself with manual gear shifting this episode. But anyways, lo and behold, the most laughable time on the 4th coffee break. Anyways, the IA9 license in the streets of hell were also very easy. Even though Turan himself had some issues with the IA10 license, the same luckily cannot be said about me. The IA11 rally license did not give me any difficulty. Although I really do wish I had that Pajero Evolution in my garage. While the snow license was the exact opposite of that. It low-key took me like 10 minutes worth of attempts to complete. And the IA13 license in the BMW M5 felt more like a circuit experience. And the IA14 license was really easy given it's literally the last sector at Twin Ring Motegi. Screw this motherfucking license! That's 40 minutes of my life I'll never get back! And finally, the graduation test was pretty easy actually, seriously, I don't know what you were expecting with these. And with that being said, let's see what we get as a prize car for completing the license. Don't care, didn't ask. Okay, now let's see my prize car. I swear to God, why is it always the useful cars that don't come in yellow? Into the garage to rot away. Now, I don't care what anyone says, those licenses were absolutely horrible, and I'm glad that this is the last time I'll have to deal with them. Anyways, let's go get in my Honda today. And here it is, in all of its Sunny D glory. And before I forget... Anyways, we shall now do Lightweight K-Cup. And I don't know why people keep calling it K-Car Cup. Anyways, I went into the first race at Motorland, and I got completely destroyed. So I figured the Honda today needed some upgrades, so I bought a Stage 2 Turbo, and also bought some nitrous as well. As for the transmission, I did absolutely nothing. So hopefully, I should be able to compete now. Hopefully. Now let's try again and see how I do. Right away, I tried to overtake the AutoZam AZ1 but failed. I tried to overtake it again on this corner and succeeded this time. And I also tried to overtake the Suzuki Keyworks while I was at it. Unfortunately, that attempt allowed the AutoZam to overtake me back. But not until this corner where I managed to overtake both of them. And then thanks to me cutting this corner, I was able to overtake the Suzuki wagon. which is a car which I'm pretty familiar with. After that, I did literally everything in my power to try to catch up to the Honda Beat on the second lap. But it wasn't till the third lap that I was actually able to do so. And so I tried to overtake it on this corner and unsurprisingly failed. Or so I thought, as I managed to out-accelerate the Honda Beat on the very next corner. And once I caught up to the Suzuki Alto, overtaking it was no easy task. Just kidding, it was really easy. And with that, the victory is mine. And I've also earned 2,000 credits for winning. The second race is at Tsukuba Circuit. The first corner came around and it went smoothly. But unfortunately for me, no overtaking opportunities. But that changed as I managed to overtake both the wagon and the Beat thanks to my nitrous. And once I caught up to the Suzuki Keyworks, it was really easy to overtake it too. Then after that, the Mine Ika, apparently, stood no chance against me on the straight. And now the only thing standing between me and first place is the Autozam AZ1. Which, by the way, catching up to it was an absolute bloody goddamn nightmare. But lucky for me, overtaking it was the exact opposite. And just like that, the Honda today earned itself another victory. As it turns out, the Honda today is not actually that bad. Take that, Yellowbird, you freaking liar. The third and the final race is at beginner course. First corner, and I immediately tried to gain back the time I lost when I wasn't using the nitrous. And so I made it to this corner and goddammit, did the Keyworks and wagon not learn their lesson already? And as the second lap began, I managed to catch up to the Honda Beat. And so I overtook by cutting this corner and also overtook the F to pay respect version while I was at it. Overall, this race was really easy. And I didn't even break a sweat keeping the first place. And just like that, I've earned another 2,000 credits on top of that. And yeah, that's Lightweight K-Cup. Anyways, let's see what we get as a prize car for winning this event. Hopefully it's not something like a Honda S500 or whatever. Even though this car has a yellow paint option, I unfortunately did not get it. Darn, this was such a letdown. Into the garage you go, never to be seen again. Anyways, since there's absolutely nothing stopping me from moving on to the next event, let's do it. But first, I think it's best if I tune up the Honda today some more. By buying the racing exhaust, the racing chip, and fully customizable race transmission. For real this time. Oh, and you can't forget the semi-racing suspension. Or the racing wing to give it that real Sunny D vibe. And so, with that settled, it's time to race Japanese compacts. Because there is absolutely no way I am doing Japanese 80s festival with it. Anyways, the first race is at Twin Ring Motegi East. So, let's see how I do. If you're wondering why I started first, that's because I did an off-screen qualifier to see how the car would perform. And being completely honest here, given the shortcuts I already know on this track, the race was done and dusted just like that, allowing me to win pretty easily. And if you're wondering, these are the opponents I'm going up against. The second race is at Autumn Ring Mini Reverse. Right away, I tried to catch back up to the pink Colt, but it wasn't until this corner that I actually managed to catch up and to also overtake it. And after catching up to the Honda Fit on this corner, I also managed to overtake it on the uphill. And so, now the second lap began with me still 4 seconds behind the Micra. But that didn't stop me from trying to catch up and overtaking the Yaris in the process. And so, right after that, I managed to catch up to Terezi's Nissan March on the uphill, and also overtook it while I was on the braking zone. And everything was going great until I accidentally rammed into the wall, causing me to lose a lot of speed and to fall all the way down to 5th place. Luckily, the Honda Fit was overtaken in no time. The same, however, cannot be said about the Vitz, as it wasn't till halfway through the 4th and final lap that I managed to actually catch up to it, and then somehow gave it the front-wheel drive curse, causing it to go wide and lose the podium. And unfortunately, the momentum I had wasn't enough to reclaim 2nd place from the March. No victory this time, I guess, which now means that me and the Micra are tied for 1st place. The 3rd race is at Tsukuba Circuit. Man, they use this track a lot. The first corner came around and it went smoothly, but still no gosh darn overtaking opportunities. But that quickly changed as I made it to this corner and overtook the Colt. And then on this corner I overtook the Fit, but then it overtook me back. And luckily the nitrous I had allowed me to keep up with the Fit in question. And so it wasn't till the 2nd lap that I actually managed to overtake the Honda Fit. And after using the cornering strategy, I managed to catch up to the Vitz no problem. Then I tried to overtake it, but the Vitz simply ignored my existence and bumped right into me. I tried again on the next braking zone and succeeded this time. And after catching up to Terezi's March on the 3rd and final lap, this time I was able to overtake it. But unfortunately for me, I was still unable to catch up to the Micra. And even though Terezi tried to overtake me back on the last stretch, she went wide, allowing me to claim 2nd place as a result. But that doesn't change the fact that the Micra is 4 points ahead of me now. And with that, it's another 1,000 credits added into my pockets. Okay, I am really gonna have to nail the performance in the last 2 races if I wanna win. Now, I know this is gonna make me look like a little bitch, but I qualified in the 4th race at Deep Forest, because I really did not want to have to restart the championship all over again. Now, despite my terrible top speed, the downforce from the Sunny D wing I bought earlier gave me a huge lead over everyone else, which was definitely the redemption I needed after the absolute disappointment that was Tsukuba and Autumn Ring Mini. And that fact alone means I still have a shot of winning the championship overall. And thanks to the Micra placing 4th in this race, proving that I've still got it. And it is now down to the 5th and final race at Suzuka East. While AI in the back were basically murdering each other, the Vitz actually managed to overtake me. But just like all the races I've done here, the competition becomes extremely slow once they make it to the 1st corner. And once again, thanks to the Sunny D wing, I was able to build up a enormous lead over everyone else. Either way, I won the race, earned my well-deserved 2,000 credits, and earned an additional 15,000 credits for winning the championship. And yeah, that's Japanese Compact Cup. Anyways, let's see what we get as a prize car for winning this event. I'm sure it's not gonna be anything useless, right? I mean, it may not be a Żółteks, but at least we are one step closer to being able to host Wagon Truck Van SUV. Good for people who won that tournament, I guess. And that's pretty much everything for today. I don't really have much else to say, so thanks for watching and I'll see you in episode 6.